Imagine a war against the people of the world that they are not allowed to see and often too mind-controlled to recognize, even if it's right in front of them. This is the nature of the war we are in. What kind of warfare is this exactly? War correspondent Laura Logan addressed this question recently. Fifth-generation warfare relies on non-kinetic, think silent but deadly, invisible but devastating, military action that uses misinformation, social engineering, cyber attacks, propaganda, and manipulation, operating in conjunction with predictive and potentially aggressive technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, and fully autonomous systems, think self-driving cars. Fifth-generation warfare is fundamentally about information and perception. The battle being waged is not against standing armies, but ordinary citizens. While this war is global, it is not a war for land or riches, but for control. There are no rules in fifth-generation warfare. This is a war for your mind and for the minds of your children. This high-tech warfare propagates false narratives that reject God, truth, and freedom to advance the playbook of psychopaths who endorse a doctrine of demons. The false narrative of tyrants has infiltrated every level of government, economy, education, medicine, media, and more. This war of narratives has been waged for ages. In recent memory, we have this moment of gut-punching candor from the West Wing of the White House. Think about that. Dark forces and institutions have advanced population control programs for decades and generations, and longer. Consider the crafty serpent of Genesis 3:1, who baits the woman in the garden with this pickup line: "Did God really say?" And so, the battle of narratives begins. Consider Jesus warring against the temptation narrative of the enemy in the wilderness passage of Matthew 4. "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." Jesus counters with a more powerful narrative, the word of truth. Man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Or the battle of the bloods we find in Hebrews 12:24, the blood of Abel crying out for retribution, drowned out by the better words spoken by the sprinkled blood of Christ, mercy. Jesus upon the cross laid down a redemption narrative that shattered the sin narrative for all time. The battleground of words, narratives, and information is all around and within us. It proceeds from every mouthpiece of two kingdoms, including yours. One seeks to take us captive to deep deception. The other sets us free. There are only two choices. Fifth-generation warfare is fundamentally spiritual warfare, manifesting in the natural realm. Truth will prevail, but we must war for it. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything to stand, stand firm.